back to another vlog. I hope that you guys are doing well. Today is Thursday. I haven't vlogged in like about a week because last vlog was right before I went on my belated birthday trip with a few of my friends to Denver this past weekend, and I still haven't posted my like little recap on my Instagram, but I did post a few things to my story. But I had such a lovely weekend. It was just really special to have those friends like show up for me and like travel to celebrate with me for my 30th, and I hadn't seen or like spent a super big amount of quality time with any of them in like a couple years, so it was just really special to have that. So welcome back to a new vlog. It's Thursday, like I said. I had a lovely morning where I went and got myself a coffee, and then I went and took myself on a walk around, so I'll insert some of that footage at the beginning of this vlog, but it was so nice. I just needed like a little self-care moment, and sometimes I forget like how like healing and just nice it is to be able to just like listen to some music and just walk on a nice day with yourself. And I haven't done that in so long. Let me know if any of you guys feel this way, but being a dog owner, I feel guilty when I go on walks without my dogs. Like I always just feel like, oh, I have to like bring one of them or bring both of them. But sometimes you just need to like be alone and have that time for yourself where you don't have any distractions with like the dogs and anything. So I did that this morning, and that was so nice. I am going to do some Depop pictures today. I should show you guys. I have so many clothes and shoes that I've gone through. This is stuff from the past like at least a year, if not like more than a year, that I've been meaning to take photos of and list. This closet is crazy packed. Like I'll just show it to you guys. Actually, it's not, I mean, I would say that it's not the most organized, but you guys probably would be like, that's organized, because sometimes I say that something isn't and you guys are like, wow, can't believe you said that was a mess. I think it's just the organizer in me. Okay, the closet in question. I did go through it somewhat recently, and I've had these bins, which makes my life so much easier. They're like everywhere. They go across here and across here. You just can't really tell because of the walking pad. And yeah, I don't know what else to do with a walking pad other than leave it out so it just sits in this closet. I feel like it's fine. I would rather have it put away than like, you know, somewhere on this wall. And then I just have my suitcase, which is actually stacked. Like there's another suitcase inside of that. Wrapping paper, because I don't know where the heck to put that, and I don't have any storage for that, so it just stays in there. And then we have some art that I haven't hung up yet in the house, but I'm like, maybe we will. And I actually want to make labels. Maybe I'll try to do this weekend. I really want to like make physical labels, which I have a label maker now, so I could do it from work. And I have these like little labels that I put on here recently, but I just haven't like put on what the stuff actually is. So this is actually pretty organized, but then you'll see all of the Depop stuff. So in this side of the closet, I feel like it's definitely a little more chaotic. So up top we have, you know, another basket, and then like Squishmallows I just have too many Squishmallows, and I stopped putting them all on display. We have like 2 in our bedroom, and that is it for me right now. I'm keeping my other ones, but they're just chilling. We have like bedding, which honestly should be in the other closet, but it doesn't fit right now, so it's up there right now. This is stuff that I'm gonna list on Depop that I'll probably start taking photos of this stuff today. I have my books just stacked up. I have a whole pile of other stuff that I want to list on Depop. And then down here, I guess it's in bins, so it is kind of actually organized. It's not horrible, but this is all stuff that, once again, more stuff that I want to take photos of and list. A lot of like shoes, and this is all stuff, well, for the most part, there's actually more shoes in there and a filming light. But everything other than that, I've actually already listed on Depop, and it just hasn't sold. So I probably actually need to like donate that stuff, because a lot of that stuff I've had listed for almost like a year. So I probably should actually just go through that stuff today and figure out what I'm gonna like do with that stuff, because it hasn't sold. That's what I'm gonna do for the next couple hours, because I've been putting this off. Let me know what you guys' experience is, but obviously you can like donate your clothes, which is great. I donate things, but at the same time, if it's something that's worth like a bit of money, you know, maybe you want to try and sell that, and then if it doesn't sell, you can donate it. I donate tons of stuff all the time, but it's like certain things I'm like, I'd rather try and sell that first. But I feel like the options we have here in town are so bad. You'll bring in this whole bag of stuff and they'll be like, we can offer you $2 cash or $25 of store credit if you want to shop around. And it's just like, you brought in like $1,000 worth of stuff in the bag. So I just always try. You guys know me. I always list my stuff on Depop and some stuff on Poshmark, but let me know what you guys do, because I feel like it's very common these days to just be like cleaning out your closet all the time. So maybe this can be some inspiration to any of you guys out there that might be like hoarding a bunch of clothes that you're not currently wearing, whether it's clothes, shoes, anything, even like home stuff. Obviously you can list that stuff on Marketplace, and I just feel like doing this and like cleansing and like purging excess things, it just feels so good to like actually get rid of it and like have space fill up. I mean, have space open up. You have more space, you know, to store other things. Feel free to check out my profile if you like any of this stuff. I'll put like something on the screen. And I might list this stuff on Poshmark too, just because I know some people are only on Poshmark and not on Depop. I think I'm gonna throw some Gilmore Girls on the TV while I do this. I have been watching Gilmore Girls and trying to get into it more this year. I'm still on season 1, but it's kind of like a background show that I've kind of just been like in and out of the room when I'm watching, but I have been enjoying it, watching it in the fall, and we're gonna throw that on and just take some pictures of a bunch of stuff that I have to list. So I normally would have recorded this clip talking to the camera. We're just doing a little cooking, but they were doing some construction at a neighbor's house and it was so freaking loud. So I'm just going to do a quick voiceover, but I am just prepping a easy crock pot meal. This is going to be a tomato bisque and it was so incredibly easy to make. So I'm starting off with chopping up 1 shallot. You could also use an onion, but I didn't have one. And then I'm just using 2 28-ounce cans of whole peeled tomatoes. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of broth. I decided to do a veggie broth, but you could also do chicken if you prefer. Just mixing that all up in the crock pot. Then I'm doing some garlic. I just kept it easy today with like the garlic that we had in the jar in the fridge. And we're adding some salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. I will link this recipe down below. You let it sit for, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours that I had it on high, but you could also do it on low all day. So we're just gonna let that sit. We are at the park. I'm filming a little quick clip on my phone, but I'm here with Squirtle. So we come to this park. We try to come every Thursday that we're in town, that we're not like doing something. But Cholula was in dog training earlier this year, and it was like private lessons, but the price and everything, like the service, came with free group classes or like lifetime group classes, and they do them weekly here in Boise, which is amazing. So Cholula has been coming to group classes whenever we can, and he's at class right now. Jared takes him, which is super sweet. Jared is like super good with training him, and he's kind of like taken on more of that role, and he'll like walk Cholula more. So yeah, I just bring Squirtle, and we usually just sit on the outdoor blanket, and today I'm gonna read. I brought a poppy. I usually bring myself a little beverage, and the trees here have like just started turning. Well, they're like really pretty, but I swear we were here 2 weeks ago and I didn't really notice much with the trees. This is the book I'm reading, by the way. I just started it and I've been really liking it so far. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I've heard really good things about it. So the park is super pretty. It is a cloudy day today, but the park is by like a waterfall, and there's a little pond over there. And then the trees Super gorgeous. They're nothing crazy yet, but we're still in like early fall vibes here. But my little man's here with me. And he's just so chill. Basically under the trees over there is where they're having Cholula's class. There's like, I can't tell how many dogs are there today, like 3 or 4. Okay, it is dinner time. So we have our tomato bisque, which was just super easy in the crock pot, and we blended it. Well, Jared blended it in the Vitamix to make it all smooth and added it back in. We're gonna put some parm on this, and then I just made some little cheese toasties in the air fryer. It's basically just like an easier version of a grilled cheese that is super great for dipping into soup. I always make these for soup or like some sort of bread. So I basically just add like butter, garlic, and then I do whatever types of cheese. Today I did like mozzarella. I think I only did mozzarella actually, and it just really like browned and bubbled in the air fryer. And then I just did some seasonings like red pepper and everyday seasoning. You can kind of just add whatever you want to it, and then you just dip it in the soup. This is the perfect early fall, cozy, easy meal. I will leave the recipe to the crock pot tomato soup down below because it was incredibly easy. Good morning, you guys. It's Saturday now. I did not end up vlogging yesterday. It wasn't really my plan, but I had work and I was kind of rushing a little in the morning, so I was like, I'll just film a quick clip in the car after work like I usually do and talk about the job. And then I was in quite a rush getting home because I wanted to get home to the dogs because Jared was also working, and I had to go do a grocery pickup and drop off some donations from work. So I didn't end up getting home till after 5, and I just was rushing home. And then once I got home, I was like, I just need to lie down and like decompress after work. So anyway, I did not film yesterday, but yesterday was actually like a pretty fun job because we got to organize for an office, like a corporate office building, and it was really cool. So we got to organize 2 different women's offices, and that was just like something I've never done before. I am almost positive that I've only done tidy style jobs in the client's home, but we do other spaces. Like we can organize like offices or warehouses or storage rooms or things like that. So I had fun, and the ladies were so sweet. It was killing me. They were like the office was like blasting rap music and like Fergalicious the entire day, and it was just making me laugh. Like it was a Friday, so I was like, maybe this is a Friday thing, but also it was just like so funny. They ordered us Chick-fil-A for lunch, which was amazing, and they were just so sweet. Like they tipped us. It was a great day back at work. I really have not been working a lot because in September I took like 3 weeks off for my travels and then for my birthday, and then in October I had at least 5 days requested off for my trip that I just took. And then in between that week, which I think was last week or the week before, I was not scheduled at all. So I'm getting back into work. I'm actually scheduled a lot in October and into November now, which is great. I think we're like getting busy again. We were kind of having like a bit of a slow period, and like I guess it was mostly in September. But yeah, I'm just like happy to be getting back into work. But anyway, it is now Saturday morning. I just finished Orange Theory and it kicked my butt. We did like 3 all outs on, oh, why is this not on anymore? This turned off. Oh no, it's still on. We did 3 all outs per block on the treadmill, and there was 3 blocks. So we did 9 different all outs, which is basically just sprinting. And it's not for long. Like the longest we ever do an all out is 1 minute, where you just like run as fast as you can. But whew, I did all of them, and I really wanted to stop and just power walk, because you can do all outs power walking, like, and sometimes I do if I'm just like not feeling it, or if I'm like on my period and I just don't have energy. A lot of times I just do not run. But today I was just like, okay, I can do it. It was doable. So I'm proud of myself. I'm very sweaty. I'm gonna go out and run another errand. So I was talking to you guys the other day about like bringing stuff in, clothes for that haven't sold on Depop. I did list a lot of stuff on my Depop. Well, I listed like over 20 things, but there's a lot of stuff that I found that just, I was telling you guys in the closet, that just had not listed or had not sold. And a lot of it I've had listed for like literally a year, and I just keep lowering the price and like nobody's gonna buy it. So I went ahead and packed all that stuff up, and then a few other things. I'm gonna go to this store that we have in town. It's called Uptown Cheapskate, and I have been there before and I was not very happy. I swear the last time I went like to give them clothes, they actually have a pretty good selection. I actually think they have like a decent selection of clothes. But for actually like giving them the clothes, I mean, I feel like those places always kind of rip you off, but they will give me my clothes back if they don't take it, and then I can decide, okay, is this worth it to list on Depop or Poshmark, or Poshmark or just donate it. But I'm bringing a lot of stuff today. Jared gave me like 4 things that he wanted me to try to bring that he doesn't want to wear, and then for my own stuff, I'm probably bringing like 25 things. I will let you guys know what they take and how much money I get. The last time I went, which I think was in January, I think I only ended up bringing like 15 things. Maybe I brought like 15 to 20, and I am not kidding. I'm pretty sure I walked out with like literally like $12 cash. I'm not kidding, like maybe $15. But if I remember correctly, they like show you what they want to take. They're like, we'll give you like $3 for this, and you can obviously say no, like, and then you can keep it and try to like do whatever you want with it. So we'll see. I'm really not expecting much, but I just figured like with this stuff that hasn't sold, I might as well try one last thing to get rid of the stuff, and then I'll just donate it. Everybody hold the phone. I got $27 cash. This is the richest I've ever been from Uptown Cheapskate. I will say, based off of how much stuff I brought today, I thought maybe my goal was 30. My goal was $30, and I was so close. I will gladly accept this. They only took 6 things, so I feel like I was confusing earlier when I was explaining it. They will give you back your stuff that I think maybe I said that. They'll give you back your stuff that they don't take, or they can donate it, but I would personally rather like, you know, look through that stuff myself. So Jared gave me 4 things, and they took 3 of his things. So Jared was actually like, I'm glad he gave me stuff, because they only took 3 of my things, and only one of them was one of those like Depop things that I've had listed forever. So apparently they just do not like, they just do not want my clothes. I'm just gonna, you know, say goodbye. 6 things, $27. What does that come out to? I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. You get more money if you do store credit. Like I would have gotten, I think, what did she say, like $34 in store credit, but I don't want to go shopping. Like, that's not the point, you know what I mean? So you know what? We're gonna use this towards our date tonight. It's only 27 bucks, but this is a couple drinks, maybe like 2 cocktails out at the bar we're gonna go to later. I did a really quick Target order pickup while I was out. Well, just while they were looking at the clothes. I actually like timed it perfectly. I'm really proud of myself. Like, they told me it was gonna take an hour and a half because it's a Saturday and they were so busy, and they were like, please don't leave the parking lot in case we text you that we're ready and you're not here. Like, we only have like a 15-minute grace period. But they said it was gonna take an hour and a half, so I was like, I'm sorry, I'm breaking the rules. I'm going to do my order pickup from Target because it was only 10 minutes away. And then I got back here, and within, I think I had like 10 minutes that I was sitting in the car, maybe 15, and then they texted me early. Like, it did not take an hour and a half. I think it only actually took 45 minutes for them to go through my stuff, so I timed it perfectly. But let's do a super quick Target order pickup haul. Just a few things, mostly like I needed to restock my snacks for work, but I got my mini Diet Cokes. I'm kind of on like a Diet Coke spiral. I've been like having one every day, but whatever, it's a mini one, and treat yourself. These are some of my work snacks. These are the Favorite Day Monster Trail Mix. They're so good. It's like a mix of nuts, chocolate, raisins, and like M&Ms. And they're fabulous. I only got one of these, but I really need to restock these. I need to get some more of these, but I'm just waiting for them to like, I don't know. They really never go on sale, so I don't know why I'm like waiting for them to be on sale, but they're a little bit expensive, but they're so good. I love those protein shakes, the chocolate and vanilla Core Power ones. I'm embarrassed to say that I bought another thing of hangers. I don't know how this has happened, but I've been doing laundry. Like when I catch up on all the laundry recently, we have had a stack of like 5 things that don't have a hanger. And so, I mean, they're only like $5 for these Bright Room ones that I love, to get like 10 more. So apparently we're bringing more clothes into the house, which is not great because I feel like I'm getting rid of clothes, but apparently I'm not. These are also for work, the Jif To Go Natural. I just bring one of these in my work lunch and I have it with apple slices. And then lastly, these are for work as well. And I just ran out. I like ran out of all my work snacks this week. I just ate the last one of these yesterday, but these are the Good and Gather cheese bars, Colby Jack. It's actually like $3 and you get 12 of them and they're a really good size. It's nice that it's wrapped because you can just like take it in your little lunchbox or whatever. So I just have these with like crackers or like with nuts or something in my work lunch, and that is all I got. It's 1 o'clock now. I am gonna head home. Okay, outfit of the night. Of course, I was just rushed the past 2 hours because I didn't give myself enough time getting ready, so I did not film anything, but we have on a denim jacket, which is not, it wasn't in the plan, but it is a little chilly tonight and it's gonna get dark soon, so we need it. A little top from Madewell, and then I'm renting this skirt. I think it's from Moon River and it's obviously from Nuuly. I have on my tall brown boots, which are so cute with this skirt. And we are headed out. We're gonna do drinks at this rooftop bar, and then we're gonna go to Percy, which is this nice restaurant downtown. So I'll try to film a little bit on my phone of our date, but that is the fall inspired fit of tonight. Good afternoon, you guys. It is Sunday, and this morning we've had a nice cozy Sunday morning. I actually got on the walking pad, which was a little surprising for a Sunday morning, but I'm really wanting to commit more to my walking pad. I already have it. It takes up space in the house and I might as well be using it more regularly. I feel like I get into phases with it and I really want to start using it like every day that I don't do another workout class. I feel like even if I have 30 minutes to do the walking pad, like I might as well, even while I'm just scrolling my phone, like I just want to like commit to my walking pad more, especially as it's becoming colder and it's gonna be winter. I know I'm not gonna be getting as much like walking in outside and just being outside. So anyway, I did that. I walked for like, I think like 35 minutes or something, just because that was kind of like the time that I gave myself today. I'm gonna go grocery shopping and I'm not really looking forward to going on a Sunday. I really don't like going on the weekends, but we really need groceries and I've kind of been putting it off because I don't want to spend money, but we need groceries. So I'm gonna go to Grocery Outlet and then I'm gonna go to Winco. I just wanna see if I can find any like deals at Grocery Outlet, but I don't wanna like stray too much off of my list, so I might not end up getting that much there, just depending on, we'll see. But I wanted to take you guys with me and we have a cute little fall fit going today. So I feel like I've already worn this. I can't remember. I've been wearing the sweater so much. I'm renting it from Nuuly. I feel like I've worn this in a recent vlog, but maybe I haven't. I will put the brand on the screen. It's so comfy. It's like the perfect fall sweater. And then I have my favorite jeans. These are my Abercrombie. I think these are the Curve Love, and I'm not sure exactly what like style these are, but they're loose and they're so comfortable. And then my shoes that I've been wearing every day since I got them, the Doc Martens Carlson clog. They're kind of like a Birkenstock. I mean, they're very similar to that. I personally think these ones are cuter. They have like a little bit of a platform and they were cheaper. So I will link these down below if anyone is interested in a little fall winter clog. And this strap, you can like put it on the back of your heels so they stay on better if you're actually on like a longer walk or something. Let's head out. We had a really great date last night. I know I completely forgot to vlog. I think I was just like, I don't know, I was just caught up in the moment. So we had a great date last night. Let's keep the vlog going and we'll do a little grocery shop together and a little grocery haul. And then we're gonna go to do a little fall activity in a few hours later today. Okay, we're home from grocery shopping. I tried to be super fast. I did find some good stuff at Grocery Outlet, and then I just got the rest at Winco. Let's start with Grocery Outlet. I got some bagels, everything bagels, some truffle oil and sea salt chips. These were super affordable, and I was kind of just looking for snacks that were like on sale. I did get some new protein bars to try. They are the Ready Clean protein bar. They have 15 grams protein. This is the chocolate peanut butter flavor. There's only 4 in here, so I kind of wanted to try them out and see what I think before I get more, but I am looking for a new protein bar. I feel like I've just been bouncing around and I have not been like that into any of them. So if you have one that you really like that has, let's say, at least 12 grams of protein or more, let me know. I don't love ones that have like really weird textures or that are super chewy. That's kind of the problem I've been having with the ones I've been having right now, but these sounded pretty good. So let me know, yeah, if you guys have any that you really like, but we're gonna try those. And then these were some chewy and crispy peanut butter bites topped with chocolate coating. I got some penne ziti rigati, some pasta noodles, and then this is all, at the bottom of this bag is all produce. I grabbed a bell pepper, avocado, I got 4 lemons, a red onion, 2 shallot, and a yellow bell pepper. I'm gonna make this cashew sheet pan chicken probably this week, so a lot of this stuff is for that, and then just like restocking some of our basics. Jared requested 1 case only of Dr. Pepper, so he's been on kind of a trying not to drink it as much, so I'm only buying it when he requests it, rather than just like buying a bunch of it because it's on sale. I do have another bag from Grocery Outlet. I only spent $60, no, I spent $64, including 2 bottles of wine, and I got, the Dr. Pepper was not from there, but everything else and this is all from there, so I feel like I did pretty good at Grocery Outlet. I got a sourdough, like a local tiny loaf of sourdough. I just wanted like a crusty bread. I did get 2 wines that were just like extremely on sale. If you do have a Grocery Outlet in your area and you drink wine, it's definitely kind of like a life hack, like a good place to go to, because I don't know how they get the deals that they do on wines, but like I'm pretty sure this one was supposed to be like $25 or $30, and it was literally, I think it was $4. No wait, yeah, it was $3.99. So I don't know if it's good yet, but I mean, they have them like so heavily discounted, it's crazy. And I'll show you guys my other wine that I got. This was the Chenin Blanc, and I think this was supposed to be, again, like $30 or something, and it was $7. I got us some more chips. These are the Tim's jalapeno. I did get a new salad kit to try. The Taylor Farms Mexican street corn. It sounded so good. I'm excited to try this. I've been so into salad kits lately. I just cannot go back. They're just so easy. I love them for lunch or like an easy side for dinner. I got a giant thing of cheese. I would usually just get this at Winco, but I felt like this was more, but I think it actually might be like the same amount that you get. It just like looks bigger. But this is the Mexican blend, shredded cheese. We're gonna do some, I basically always keep something like this in the fridge for dinners, quesadillas, chili, things like that. But we're gonna do a enchilada casserole this week. So we'll see if I end up vlogging that. I have like 3 recipes that I went off of for this week that I wanted to get ingredients for. I feel like it's very important for me to go grocery shopping with the idea of already having meals in mind for this week. So we're gonna do an enchilada casserole, which I've never made before. Seems pretty easy. And then we're gonna do chicken and dumplings in the crock pot, also a new recipe. And then we're gonna do, what is the other one? Another new recipe, trying 3 new recipes this week. The sheet pan cashew chicken You are supposed to serve it with a coconut rice. I'm not a huge coconut person, so I think we'll just do like a normal white rice or something of the sort. But last couple things in here are some American cheese slices. Jared and I have been on like an American cheese kick. I know it's bad, but we just are. And they did have the Core Power shakes. I found them at Winco too though, and I hadn't seen them there, so I think I was just looking in the wrong section of Winco, but they had them for $3.11, which is cheaper than I've ever seen them. I mean, it wasn't even on sale, it was just like the Winco price. I've never seen them for less than like $3.20 something, so I decided I'm gonna start stocking up at Winco, but I grabbed one before I went to Winco at Grocery Outlet because I wasn't trying to stock up today, I just wanted a couple to hold me over for the week. Okay, I do have one more bag. This is my stuff from Winco. I got some LaCroix for Jared. I like getting them from Winco because they have the 12-pack, whereas every other store around here only has the 8-pack. I don't think I can even fit my bag up here, so I'm just gonna show you guys the rest of this stuff. I got some ciabatta rolls for sandwiches, three bulk spices that we were low on, some basil, some Lari's salt, which is like a seasoning salt, and then this is cumin. I just refill all my little spice jars with those, and they're super affordable to get them at Winco. I got us the big Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. I love this one and the Chick-fil-A sauce, so I really like having those in the fridge. And then we recently used all of our peeled tomatoes to make that tomato soup earlier in this vlog, so I just wanted to restock that. I've said this in vlogs before, whenever I use a canned good, I just tell Alexa to add it to the grocery list, and then I just repurchase it, because something about like, I never want to be out of my basic canned goods, because that is stuff that you can just so easily make recipes with. Like, even if I don't have a recipe in mind, I can usually just look at what we have for the canned goods and come up with something based off of what we have, even if we don't have a lot. So I just like keeping them on hand for that reason, for just like easy soups, chili. All right, I got some butter sticks as well as extra creamy oat milk. I'm so glad they sell this one at my Winco now. I feel like it took a really long time to get that one at Winco. They're just like so late to everything. I did get one other of the Core Power vanilla. I like the chocolate one too. I like them pretty much both equally. And then these are my current obsession. I just discovered them. I know I've like had something similar to this in the past, with these like coated Yasso Greek yogurt bars that have like the chocolatey crunchy coating. These are so good. I bought these like last time I went grocery shopping and we ate them up. It only has 4. I wish it had more. There are like, I feel like they're a little bit expensive for what they are, but they're so good. So these I definitely recommend. I like how they're Greek yogurt. Some more stuff for our recipes this week. I got sage. I think this is for the chicken and dumplings. And then I got some organic broccoli. This is for that cashew chicken. I'm just like trying to find room on the counter. Cashew chicken sheet pan bake. Some frozen hash browns. We love these for breakfast. Jared specifically loves these. And then to melt the American cheese on top of it is so good. So we're really out of like all of our, ooh, I forgot to get eggs. I just realized I forgot to get eggs. That is not good. I restocked on chicken. We don't have any, so breast and thighs. I usually just go between the two. Bacon. I literally get this every single time I go to Winco. And lastly, in my bag down here, I got 3 poppies. They did have one of those poppy packs at Grocery Outlet, but it was like $10 for only 8 of them. I just felt like that wasn't, I guess that's actually not that bad. That's pretty good. I probably should have gotten that. For some reason in my head, I was like, that doesn't seem that cheap, but that actually is like for poppy, because they're just expensive. That's actually pretty good. But I just got these 3 at Winco, a raspberry rose, an orange, and a strawberry lemon. I used to be all about the poppy soda flavors, and now I am like exclusively obsessed with the fruit flavors. So comment down below what your favorite flavor of poppy is. I also really want to try the Olipop crisp apple. I did try it, but I need to figure out where to buy it, because I think it's probably at Whole Foods or something. I need to go grab that because so good for fall. But comment down below what's your favorite poppy flavor. Mine changes all the time. Recently, I'm in a raspberry rose era, but for a super long time, I've been orange. It is almost 3 o'clock. We need to go. We're gonna go to this orchard that does like, you can do apple picking. We actually went there last year, and you can do like, get pumpkins and vegetables and all that stuff. So Jared is mounting a TV in the guest room, which I'll show you guys at some point, but we need to really quickly put this stuff away and then head out to do that. We're here at Caballo's Orchard and Gardens. Whoa, something's going on with these.
Sunflowers.
Something's going on with those. Okay, these are cute. We got some gourds, some acorn squash, butternut. I've never actually bought a butternut squash. I really like butternut squash ravioli though. Ooh, but we'll get some potatoes on the way out. I didn't get any potatoes at the store, so we'll get some red potatoes. Huckleberry potatoes? Purple skin, white middle, and Yukon Gold. Look at that thing. Well, we have received some horrible information. They have no apples. A man working here just told us that they froze in the, is that what he said? The farm froze in the spring.
Yeah.
And that they're not allowing apple picking anymore, even though we came here last year and we did. I was so looking forward to it, but that's okay. We can go somewhere else for apple picking. But they do have like they have a pumpkin patch here, so we'll look around, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, I actually know they have free admission here, so we didn't have to pay anything to come in and then be disappointed. But look how pretty it still is. This is where we picked last year. Is there really no apples? This is shocking. This is shocking. Look at all this, guys. There were so many last year. I'm sad. I'm depresso. Okay, we're at the pumpkin patch. It's kind of like a pick your own situation, and you just kind of look around. And I'm glad I changed it to my boots because the pokies are here. I remember last year the pokies are here. The goat heads, which I feel like, oh my god, look at all those. Blow up your shoe. Goat heads, look at those. I bet I got a lot too. Ooh, I got a lot. We'll have to pick those out. These are the worst. Y'all got goat heads where you live? I didn't know what they were until I moved to Idaho. We are gonna buy probably at least a pumpkin or two, and then we want to give them some business because it was literally free to get in and we can't pick apples. So I actually feel kind of sad for this farm that happened, but we're gonna at least get some pumpkins and get some fresh produce. I looked up other apple picking around here. I thought that there would be something because we're kind of in like a rural area, but they're really far away in like a rural area that's like 45 minutes north. So hopefully we can still do some apple picking. I'm wondering if it's gonna be too late in the year because we probably can't go for like another 2 weeks because Jared's gonna be out of town next weekend. But we would have to go the weekend before Halloween. But hopefully we can still go. Oh, this looks like a nice pumpkin. Look at this one. Ooh. This one's massive. I see a couple good ones. Look how pretty this place is though. It's still like very early fall vibes here. Like everything's still quite green out. But what are you thinking? You got a good one over there? Got one carving pumpkin. Jared found a really good one though. And now we're looking for more pumpkins, but we'll see. Jared found another one. There's a bunch of bugs around here. But it's a really good one. It's a little smaller than the other one we found. It's in the wagon. But we found 2 pumpkins to carve. We don't want to carve them too early because of course, you know, we got to have them looking good for the trick-or-treaters. We feel like we're really going to get some trick-or-treaters this year living in our new neighborhood. There's tons of kids. So we got to be ready with the candy. We got to decide what we're serving. But we're just hiking through the fields. We really got in here, y'all. Hiking through the field. We're going to get a little bit of produce to support the local farm. Especially since they don't have their apple funds this year. He's picking out the goat heads from my boot. There was how many were in my boots? At least 30.
In each.
In each. They're wedged in there. Look at them. They're so sharp. I found a goat head in our bedroom yesterday. It's not good for the dog's paws either, so we gotta We're leaving them at the farm, honey.
What about my paws?
Okay, we are about to indulge in some crockpot chicken and dumplings. Dumplings are on top. Everything else is on the bottom. I have never tried this recipe before, but it looks really good and comforting and just cozy. It was super easy to make. You just have to kind of be patient. I will link the recipe down below for you guys, and I'll let you know what I think of it on screen. I just took a shower. Hair's wet. We took the dogs out. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. I'm working tomorrow, so I just wanted everything to be like done so I can just relax for the rest of the night. We've pretty much like been out all day, so I'm very excited to have this delicious crockpot meal. I've been so in my crockpot era just because it's like easy. Hi you guys, I've been editing this vlog. It's Tuesday now. Yesterday I ended up working again. It was actually so iconic because this was the first time this has ever happened to me with Tidy Style, but the house for the client was in my neighborhood. So it literally took me 45 seconds to drive over there, and it was honestly just cool to see because Jared and I like walk our dogs over there all the time, and it was just kind of cool to see like what one of the other houses that's like a lot nicer than ours in this neighborhood was like. So yeah, we did their kitchen and pantry yesterday, but it's Tuesday now and I'm having an editing day. But I'm just gonna end off this vlog now. It's about like 45 minutes, and I feel like that's a good length. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I say this a lot, but feel free to leave in the comments down below what you enjoy seeing most in the vlogs or what you want to see more of. I'm definitely always looking for, you know, what you guys like seeing most in the vlogs, whether it's cooking or out running errands or just like doing stuff around the house or organizing or cleaning. So feel free to let me know. I'm settling into fall and winter. I'm settling into, I don't have any trips planned for the rest of the year. I'm just like in my house and I want to just be like very cozy in my space, focus on like keeping my space clean and tidy, focus on having time to better myself, committing more to like my walking pad, committing more to like a little bit more self-care because I kind of feel like I've been not focusing on that much. So that is kind of what I'm into. So you'll be seeing more of that stuff in the next few vlogs for sure. But let me know if you want to see anything specific, as always. As always, you can check out my Patreon if you want to support me as a creator. That is the #1 best way. I recently did a podcast episode there where I talked about ring shopping and that process that is currently going on behind the scenes. And I have a secret vlog coming up there as my next Patreon video soon. So it's a great time to join the Patreon if you have been thinking about it. I'll have links to the recipes down below and things that I talked about and showed in this vlog, and I will see you guys so soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Bye.